Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the GDQ Hotfix's Trans Day of Visibility Celebration Showcase. My name is Quacksilver, and I hope everyone here is ready to start their engines. I know I already used this before the break, but it's so important that you do, because when Helix and I were putting this schedule together, and we saw the little mini racing block emerge, we both digitally looked at each other and popped all the way off into the sun. And I cannot think of a better way to kick it off than with Puddings showing off Mario Kart DS all missions.
All right. Hello, Carters. My name is Puddings. I use she, they pronouns, and you may refer to me as the Queen, the Voice, or the worst thing to ever happen to Mario Kart DS. And I'm joined by Lexi, as a known Mario Kart DS enjoyer. You can introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm so glad to be here. My name is Lexi. My pronouns are she, her. It's my first time on GDQ since I came out. Glad to be here.
Awesome. And today we're going to be showing you one of my favorite runs, Mario Kart DS All Missions. It's fun, fast-paced run, and we're going to get right into it. Let me get out of the menu. Just wanted to show off my emblem, but you'll be able to see it a couple times throughout the run. So time is going to start when I hit OK on this mission, and will end when I beat Wiggler, also known as Matthew, but we'll get into that. All right. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Good luck.
All right, so welcome to Mission Mode. This is sort of the tutorial from Mario Kart DS. It teaches you a surprising amount about the game, but first thing you need to know is that at the end of this very first mission, we're going to be doing a strat called the exit glitch. It's a bit of a skip discovered by Tassers a few years ago, and what it does is it allows you to save about 3 to 4 seconds on every mission by skipping a cutscene at the end of every mission, and you saw it just there. You just pause the game, click select mission, and then it quits you out right to the menu. It saves your progress without seeing the cutscene. It's great. Now we're on to this cheap mission. It is the same RNG every time, but that doesn't mean it isn't hard. They're very erratic. Looking like a pretty good cycle there. Perfect.
Nice. So now Luigi is back in the house, like carpet, and he's ready to drive out.
Yep, a bit of a backwards drive here, so gives us time to talk about the game. So
so mission mode is basically kind of just, like Lexi said, a tutorial mode. You're going to be doing a whole bunch of wacky challenges. You're going to be driving backwards. You're going to be hitting cheap cheeps. You're going to be collecting coins, doing all sorts of stuff, and even defeating some bosses on the way as well. And also about the exit early glitch, as like I said, it saves about 4 seconds per time you do it. So over the course of the run, 63 missions, you're going to be saving upwards of 4 minutes by using this glitch. So it really changed the category when it was found about 5 or 6 years ago.
So one thing that's interesting about this category is that you're kind of forced to speedrun it by the game, because on every mission you get a star ranking. And we're actually going to need at least 1 star in every single mission to be able to unlock a, for some reason, hidden 7th level with a whole extra set of missions that many people don't know about. And we'll get more into that later. This is a full lap around the track. This is going to introduce mini turbos and snaking. Snaking is when you do a bunch of mini turbos in a row on a straight line, on a straight road, and that creates a sort of S shape, where it's get the name snaking from. You see, we only had to get 4 mini turbos on this track, but we're going to be doing quite a bit more than that. This is one of the most infamous tracks for snaking, actually, because you can use a glitch called PRB on normal time trial levels to carry your rocket boost from the very start of the track through the whole thing, and that lets you go on the off-road. So it's a really powerful glitch used a lot in online races and time trials.
Yeah, that's the thing that many people know about this game, is it does still have a very active online scene as well. And sometimes the tricks that you learn in this can actually be useful for online races.
We're never counting MTs again, Mikey.
Yeah, also the game actually refers to them as power slide turbo boosts. But we prefer MT. It's a little bit easier to say.
Yeah. I have a conspiracy theory about snaking, but we'll get into it later. On this mission, we're just trying to get all the item boxes. There's a big variety of missions in the first pack of mission levels. Only 1 repeat in these, I think.
Yeah, just 2 coin collecting ones, I think.
All right, now this is a wonderful track, Peach Circuit. Puddings has the world record on this track at driving it without steering.
That is true.
Very, very notable world record.
Yeah, 6 minutes, 20-something seconds. You just run into walls.
Right,
so here we are
boss.
at our first boss. This is Big Bully. This game takes a lot of inspiration from Super Mario 64, probably because of Super Mario 64 DS. We're going to be doing a little fast strat here. Instead of using some mushrooms, we're just going to knock them off with the mini turbo, and we're done with level 1.
Yeah,
level
that's
2.
a really important save exit, by the way, because that saves even more time on bosses. It's like 5 seconds, even more than that. On this mission, we're going to be ramming into the sides of crates. We're doing our best to, because as you see, when you hit the front, it sort of kills all your momentum. And so we're going to get these crates down on the dock and then take a respawn, as that's the fastest way to get up to the next set of crates.
We're just going to do it a little slower. That's fine. Or
This
just
is being
taking
played
it
on real hardware. That's absolutely right, Abel.
Yep. Oh, I missed the crate.
Look what you did, Abel.
All right, we're going to have to restart this mission. Abel ruined the run, but that's fine. We're just going to show you off again. I'm going to get a better start. Just to practice run.
Requirement. If it goes too slowly, we'll need to restart. But, you know, we've got plenty of time in the estimate. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, the estimate's a good...
Well,
Actually, we're going to not respawn.
Into Mario Kart DS speedrunning. Have you played this game since it came out, or is the speedrun scene relatively recent for y'all, or what's the story there?
So my own history of the game, I didn't really start playing it again until probably like 6th or 7th grade, but this has been a continuous time trial scene involvement for the better part of probably the entire game's history. It's going to be 20 years old this year. I'm a relatively new face, all things considered.
Real quick, I do want to point out a really funny crash that if you hold A and drift on that ramp there going into the track, then your game will crash. Anyway.
Hard crash, like complete hard crash. You have to turn off your console.
I can talk about myself. I got into this game purely through Puddings. We met through various speedrunning communities before, and she's taught me everything I know about Mario Kart DS. I don't have that many great times, but I've learned from the master. So
that's an annoying mission.
We were throwing, yeah, that's a great one to get on the first try, actually. Not easy mission to do whatsoever. So we've got a bit of like a hide and seek ring mission here where you gotta find the right route. The rings are all a bit misleading. It's like, ooh, here's your second ring. Oh, actually it's the 8th one because you gotta do them in order.
Yeah, this is like one of the last subsets of missions that we're going to be seeing during the run. I mean, there's a few more we'll see, I think, that are like level 3 and 4. This is my personal favorite. I just really like driving through these gates. And I mean, driving through the gates, obviously, driving through them, hitting them. There we go.
We're not playing on, because this is on real console, we don't have Japanese console, but if we did, it saves 1 frame on every level, right?
Yeah, so the Japanese version of this game inexplicably loads every single load is exactly 1 frame faster than every other version, which means that it saves about 2 seconds in this run for no reason. We're not sure why.
I have a conspiracy theory that this mission is trying to teach you snaking. I mean, look, you have a goal of 6 mini turbos, right? And that's like the minimum number of mini turbos you need to get around the track. It's 2 turns and 3 laps. 2 times 3 is 6. They must want you to go on the straight lines in a snake. It all makes sense.
Yeah, so this mode also kind of teaches you, because you don't get to choose your character. The game just kind of gives you whatever character they decide is the right one. And it kind of teaches you what characters are worth using, which ones aren't. Peach is very much not a character that people use in any capacity in this game, and that's because her mini turbos are really, really bad. And that's why we don't even bother to do it in that mission.
Yep, you won't even see us try there. Donkey Kong also pretty bad, I believe.
Donkey Kong has pretty low speed and some pretty hard to control drifts as well, but he's a little bit more palatable than Peach. And also his model in this game, as we'll see in a little bit, is really something to behold.
If you thought the Mario Kart 9 model was crazy, just wait until you see this one, alright? You haven't seen nothing yet. It's been there in front of our faces this whole time.
Boy, has it been in our faces. So this mission's a little bit of a troll. The first coin is actually behind you. Every single person I've gotten into this category has fallen for that every single time. And it is hilarious.
It's like the only time they troll you in this entire game.
Yeah, it's the only one where they ever betray your trust.
Alright, another Mario 64 boss fight. You're just throwing shells at the eyes, same as you do in Mario 64 while you're punching in that game, but yeah, not too hard. You sort of gotta wait out the cycles.
Oh, okay. Good. He's kind of tricking me there for a second. So we're gonna wait until he comes back here. This is a pretty tricky quit out, because you gotta launch a shell, pause the game, and then quit out. But it works out well enough.
Nice.
And on to level 3.
Right.
Alright, so if I do this right, you can actually finish this mission in about 4 seconds.
This should be pretty quick with you if you can get it.
Alright, that's fine. I missed 1, but that's okay. I missed 2, that's okay. Just gotta kind of track it down. There we go. So this is what happens when you miss the quit out. It displays a little cutscene of your character being happy, and then you quit out. So this is, I think, the first instances of RNG in this run, but also the first race with a computer. So the item you get here is picked out of a little tiny pool here. We're gonna hit Yoshi. There is a 1 in 200 chance that you get a single red shell out of these boxes. And I have gotten it during a live run before, so we're gonna hope that that doesn't happen on the other missions that feature this item pool, because it loses a lot of time.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Alright, speaking of annoying missions involving shells.
Oh my god. Don't get me started on this one.
We're gonna be shooting some moles here. I missed, that's okay. Yeah, so it's a pretty tricky to time this one.
Is it technically faster to try to shoot like every mole?
Variety?
Because of the item, you have to wait, right?
There we go. That was pretty okay. Right, so here is 3-7. We need to do 10 mini turbos this time, not just 4, all the way up to 10, but we're gonna have a much bigger course to do it on, and we're gonna finish this one pretty quickly as well. We kind of call this mission the hand trigger. And that's a kind of a notable thing about this game. A lot of people who are not familiar will be like, "Oh man, sneaking like ruins my hands. How do you guys do it?" And it just, I don't know. We just kind of get used to it. But even then, this can hurt your hands pretty bad.
Shoutouts to the. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I still haven't fully recovered from watching the Neon White run earlier today. 2025 is the year we take care of our hands, gamers. Professionals on a closed course. What's that text in like Carhead?
True. Shoutouts to the child prodigy Taiga for playing on a 3DS circle pad.
Oh no.
Yeah, we've been finding out in recent years that might actually be optimal compared to original hardware.
I believe it. Alright, so this is one of the most interesting missions in the game, probably. Bit of a routing challenge, trying to find the most efficient way to get all these coins, dodging through bananas, and on a not very good character on top of all that. So, it's
What are you talking about? I love Mario.
bit of a rare battle track mission. Battle track missions are probably some of my favorites, except for one really stinky one there.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that, and we're not gonna enjoy it. I will be using this run as a platform to express some of my opinions about certain missions as well. Some of these, I mean, this is a great mode, but some of these are really stinky.
Yep,
So we got another battle track here.
You can see the real Nintendo DS we're playing on.
Yeah, here it is again.
A little bit. Oh, perfect. Chain jump.
So this is Brayden,
Oh, this
Chain
mission.
Chomp Brayden. And we're gonna just be stealing 15 coins from him real quick.
Who let the chain jump out? I might have even said who let the dog out.
Ooh.
No one knows. So here's our first time admiring some of the modeling in this game. This is Bowser. And he's just got some points. He's got some real spikes.
He seems like he's having a bad day.
Oh, he most certainly is. And you know what's great about this run is we get to see Bowser backwards 3 separate times. They just really wanted the players of this mode to just really admire the good work that they did on this character.
That's true. It's like Luigi, Donkey Kong, and then 3 Bowsers. Why? I like how we never think about Luigi, by the way, when we do the backwards missions. He's just so uninteresting. Like, we've already seen Luigi's model.
All right, so this is Goomboss. This is Goomboss's last canonical appearance in any game ever. At the end of this mission, he actually dies. Real. Real
he
death.
is never seen in another Mario game after this, so we're actually gonna let you see the cutscene of... We're gonna let you see the cutscene of Goomboss's very last time being alive ever.
But yeah, this mission, we just want to get ahead of him, and then you're basically kind of home free. He'll spit out some mushrooms or Goombas, depending on... it's like a 1 in 4 chance to get a mushroom, I think. And once you get ahead of him, you know, he's not really a problem. He gets bigger and angrier every time, but we don't really get to see him. We're going to come around the corner, and I'm not going to quit out for this one. And he's gone.
Oh,
7.
Goomboss.
No 7s in the chat.
Rip Goomboss.
Never to be seen again. Alright, so at the start of this mission, we're actually going to be knocking Donkey Kong to the side here, hopefully. And he's actually going to hit a snowman. Look at the bottom screen. Focus on your bottom screen, chat. And he's gone.
That is perfectly consistent. Happens every single time you do that. Really easy to do at home. Just give him a couple bunks, and into the snowman he goes. It's a free win.
Yeah, it kind of gets him out of the way so you don't have to deal with him during the mission. DK be gone, if you will.
So this track actually has a shortcut that was discovered fairly recently in mission mode that is used, and I believe the world record. You can just mushroom across the gap and jump right over it because this is a backwards track. It's a higher elevation, and so yeah, it just worked out. You can just cross the gap. It's pretty precise though, so we're not going for it.
Yeah, I'm not too practiced with it, but you can see Abel do it. He's the world record holder. He has an over 2-minute lead over second place. So it's safe to say he's pretty good at this category.
Chat says we kill everyone in this run.
We are kind of on a spree.
So in this mission, it teaches you some shortcuts. Mission mode really teaches you everything there is to do in Mario Kart DS.
Everything here, yeah.
You can kill Goomboss, and you can jump over hills.
Alright, so for 6 here, we're going to just be getting some item boxes with Donkey Kong. Really important to pay attention to the bottom screen, because then you can just kind of tell where all the real ones are going to be right in advance. Of course, I have them all memorized at this point, but it's pretty helpful.
Yeah, it is pretty funny to just look at the bottom screen.
Yeah, this game I think also... Yeah, probably is intentional.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
still
we avoided all those
tutorializing
players.
for the rest of the game, huh?
Yeah, I like when people would complain about certain aspects of this game. They're like, oh, that's cheating, or that's cheap. And it's like, mission mode literally taught you how to do this.
Here's the one and only mission where you get rings in any order you feel like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of routing opportunities. The route that I take versus the world record route versus the IL record route are all different and very different as well, like very diverse.
Yeah, I love routing challenges. It's some of my favorite things about speedrunning.
Alright, so this one, we're actually bringing the mini turbo requirement down to 9 and from 10. And if I was good at this video game, which I might be, but not this good. This is a place where you can use the technique PRB, Prolonged Rocket Boost. As Lexi explained earlier, basically you get a perfect rocket start, and then finish your previous mini turbo before the boost from the current one expires, and you get complete off-road immunity and full speed as long as you're able to maintain that technique. And on a track like this, it can be really, really useful.
Yeah, so what that means is at the start of the race, if you do if you hold accelerate perfectly when it's doing the 3, 2, 1 countdown, you get a boost. And for some reason, it lets you drive the off-road at full speed. So you're able to extend that with the mini turbos. It's a really weird mechanic.
Yeah, it was found only 2 weeks after release as well. Yeah, that's one of our conspiracy theories, is that like the Nintendo devs knew about it. So this is one of my least favorite missions in the entire game. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to star this now. This might not make it. Oh, it's still good. It's still good. It's still good.
Nice.
Okay.
Doesn't one of the ghosts use PRB a little bit accidentally? One of the staff
ghosts snakes off-road to cut off a piece of off-road, and actually gets like a pretty okay ranked time on the community players page. Yeah, the Donut Plains 1 staff ghost. That guy's got hands.
This mission, we're trying to beat a red car. I believe it's affectionately referred to as MK Dasher. Is that correct?
Yeah, the current world champion, MK Dasher. This is one of his favorite tracks, so we like to name that car after him. But we're out of here real quick.
One, yeah.
So this is one of my favorite missions in the entire game. We like to call it Crab Rave.
Do love
we're gonna
crab
be
rave. Oh,
it's
shooting more
some
violence
crabs
against crabs.
Oh, it is all violence in mission mode.
Crabs have been having a rough time on this weekend, haven't they? I feel like I really caught that.
Truly.
I don't know why she likes this one.
Yeah, I have one of the best IL times in this mission. I grinded it for like several weeks. It is complete RNG in what item you get, but you can't get the same item twice unless it's a single green, which we're gonna hope we don't get 2 in a row. We didn't.
You should also look for the TAS. I don't know if it's public on YouTube, but it's really funny. It just spins in a circle spamming shells.
Yeah, it just shoots everything and finishes the mission in 7.5 seconds.
My favorite boss in the whole mission mode?
Yeah, this is King Boo.
Want me to explain this one?
This guy terrified me as a kid. Like, I don't think I ever got past level 4 because that little intro cutscene, like, she traumatized me. But we're going to be intentionally falling off the stage here so that we skip his attack cycle. And it means that we just basically never have to deal with any of his annoying patterns and just kind of get to collect coins.
Yeah, I believe what he does is he'll grab your coins from you, throw them around the map, and you have to go collect them again. So much easier to just throw yourself in the lava and not even deal with it. And IL time is an individual level time, so that's in the time trials version of the game where you just play one track or one mission.
Yep, and the individual time trials have been pretty well contested over the last 20 years, but missions has been a little bit of a side category. I got a bad start, but that's fine. This is the only instance of the Chain Chomp theme from Double Dash in this game, for some reason. But we're just going to get ahead of Braden here, and we're just going to kind of leave him in the dust. Do our own thing.
If you nose around the game files and like pre-development files, it's like this game was like a child of Double Dash at one point in time before it became its own sort of thing. But you know, we got like this Chain Chomp mission as a sort of a leftover from those times.
So, we're already in the middle of a Beta 64 video.
I'll ask you the same question I asked the Neon White Runners a little earlier today. Understanding that typically what happens is like the ILs develop to a certain stratosphere and then people start incorporating that in full games and then the ILs find new horizons. How close are, like full game for missions, for example, how close are full game stuff to IL records?
That was Donkey Kong at the dentist, by the way. Very important mission. Get those emotes in chat.
I see
I
the teeth.
think if you were to put all of the aisle records back to back, so the world record for missions RTA is 37 minutes, 8 seconds by Abel. And if you were to put all of the mission ILs back to back, accounting for loads and everything, I think it would be somewhere in the high 34-minute range. So there's still a good 2 minutes of difference. But some of the strategies that you use for individual levels are so insane that you would just never even try to do them in an RTA setting. And the TOS for missions is 30 minutes. So a good 7 minutes faster than world record.
Yeah, I should mention that tasking in this game has really ballooned in the past year. If you're interested, there's a ton of resources on the Mario Kart DS community and on past videos and whatnot. It's getting super accessible, so check it out if this run interests you, and we'll talk more about that later, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll bring up tasking again. There's a lot of applications. So we have another race mission here. Again, we're going to be hoping not to get a red shell, but this shouldn't be too much of a problem. And if I'm lucky, and by lucky, I mean I don't play bad, which is... I don't know. All right, we're going to restart this one. Those Goombas set me off. We're going to get revenge on those Goombas later, don't worry.
I mean, we did already explode Goombas into dust, so...
We're going to do unthinkable things. This is a violent run.
I never really thought about how violent this run was until this showcase.
Yeah. There is a shortcut you can do on this track where you just sort of hop over a wall because there's no invisible wall or anything. You need a star or triple mushroom to do it. We do have a star, so we're going to go for it. There's 3 frames of audio lag. We're going to see if we can get it.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, you just go straight over that wall. It saves about a second or so. It's pretty swag, but it's okay. We'll live without it.
Tough trick. Yet another backwards DK pass mission. Why do they love this track? I don't love this track. I hate this track.
Yeah, I don't know why they did this twice. They're like, oh, the players really enjoyed the doing it backwards the first time, so we're going to do it the next time. We're going to make sure that you have to drive in these specific lines, too. This is one of those stinky missions that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
speaking of stinky missions,
harder as it goes on, or perhaps stinkier. Oh, speaking of stinky missions.
So this is Tart Top. I already got a restart because I missed the second coin. This is one of the most precise missions in the entire game, and also the star requirement is like insanely strict for some reason. We have to kind of just blind launch ourselves into coins here, and they don't very well in the background. I missed a coin, but I think I can still get it and not lose my star ranking, assuming that I hit this, which is a big assumption. Yeah, I should be fine. This should be fine. 2 stars.
Clean.
Yeah, you have to angle yourself before you even go off the ramp into the air. You can't steer in the air, and you can't see the coins in the air, so you just have to hope you got the right angle.
Okay, so we're doing some gates. Bowser is very fast, but his mini turbo boost is incredibly short, and he's a little bit hard to control. He's not the worst in the game, but certainly leaves a lot to be desired. We're gonna be hopping up on the wall there. Save a little bit of time.
This is a goofy track. Kind of like it.
Yep, and we're going to be pulling in here to gate number 10, and we're going to be going on to King Bob-omb. Now, this guy has an interesting fast strat that we're going to try to go for, where we're going to get him to, basically, he's going to try to throw bomb-bombs at us, but if he doesn't see us, then he will just hold on to it and hit himself, like so. And it saves a little bit of time, because we just get to recycle him right away. Really fast fight.
Perfect. Really good.
That was the best, I think, King Bob-omb fight I've ever had, really.
Oh, and your reward is Angry Bowser.
Your reward is looking at Bowser again.
And now for something completely different. Your steering is backwards, correct?
Yes, it is inverted, so...
The puzzle is just to slowly try not to fall off.
There we go.
And
and
good
then-
idea.
Yeah, we're going to be destroying some rocky wrenches. These are not Monty Moles. And this is really annoying one.
Is why I haven't set a new PB in this category. Is because I hate this mission.
Yeah, the pattern's always the same every time, but it's just annoying to kind of remember it and execute well.
Yeah, don't get confused. These are rocky wrenches, not Monty Moles.
That's just getting through that mission in a decent amount of time is tough enough on its own, let alone getting a quit out right. Yes, I guess I could use this rather boring mission to, I guess, explain a couple things about this game. I think we mentioned the tasking scene earlier. It's really kind of taken off in the last year, thanks to a lot of huge shortcuts that some taskers Wanlong-X and Zuma de Papaya found last year, which allowed us to save over 30 seconds on Waluigi Pinball and a couple other tracks. Go back and get those coins real quick. And we actually just announced our Task 2 for the Task Comp this year. It just started today, and it's part of the multi-game task competition, which you can check out by joining the Task Discord, which I'm sure we'll find a way to get you all into some point after the run, if you're interested.
I love the phrasing of that. We'll see you
Figure it
there.
out. There's a link somewhere.
Passes for anything are always special. Racing game passes have a unique propensity to make me just tilt my head like, huh?
So I accidentally
We'll
quit
miss
to
menu
the
there,
menu.
but that's okay.
That's fine, yeah. So we've got an iconic race between Peach and Bowser here. We're going to be playing the bad guy.
You thought it was crazy when Mario Kart 8 Deluxe did this track backwards. You don't know nothing. We did it. We've had it for 12 years now, whatever. How old is this game? Older than that, probably.
Yeah, this is one of the last missions that we need to worry about getting a good item for.
Oh, watch out for the pudding's pole coming up.
Yeah, we got the pudding's pole here. This is the pole. That little sign there has a hitbox, and I have hit that during a run and lost my run. Because I just got stranded in the flowers, so just don't do that.
Yeah, I
You got
think
something, Quacksilver?
Pudding said, and Chad is confirming, this game is in its 20th anniversary this year, and that does so much psychic damage to me, actually.
Oh, believe me,
That
it
can't
does
be-
as well.
That can't be true. The DS
I
came
watched
out like
commercials for
5
this game
years
as a
ago,
kid.
right?
Yeah, I was just playing this game I was playing this game during lunch in, like, middle school, like, not that long ago. What are you talking about?
Speaking of the
This
passage
is-
of time,
Another one of those
that's-
missions that has so many routes you can do, and probably your route will change as you're playing the mission. It's just, it's tough to get a consistent cycle on this.
Yeah, I'm doing a relatively safe one. I say relatively safe, and then I messed it up anyways because I got a little bit too greedy. But that's okay. It's pretty quick to restart. We're gonna be going over here, collecting some coins. I mean, if you don't have a strat for this mission, I honestly don't know how you even complete it in a timely manner. This is a very difficult to navigate environment. So this is the most mini turbos the game is ever going to ask you to do with 14. Shoutouts to the motorcycle that just went right down my road behind me.
No, Mikey, we are not counting them.
Yeah, we're not going to be counting them. I've made the mistake of counting all of these in the past out loud. You can count in your head if you want.
yeah,
So we're gonna be doing a
you
lot
can
more.
always count mini turbos in your mind. They can't stop you.
Is this the last mission before the boss?
One more. 6-4.
how this track is shaped like Yoshi?
No. Yeah, unfortunately, we actually couldn't show you the bottom screen because mission mode doesn't let you see the map on the bottom screen for some reason.
Yeah.
Plays a little error sound at the lowest possible volume that a sound can be played at in the game's code. So that's cool. We're just gonna come back for that one.
This is why Puddings is here, by the way. This is the kind of trivia about Mario Kart DS and the Nintendo DS itself that you can't get from anyone else. No one else knows that the error sound is at the lowest volume. But I love that.
The volume ranges from 1 to 255, and it plays at volume 1.
That's so cursed.
Probably inaudible, right?
You can only hear it really if you like hold it up to your ear. I don't remember what this item box does. Oh my gosh, it is going all over the place. There we go.
That was a star.
Still 3 stars.
All right, this boss is we're talking about. So it's basically a 3-phase version of our earlier boss. What we do is we reverse to lure the boss to, rampage at us. And in the meantime, we're gonna collect an item box with a triple mushroom. And we're gonna use that to just slam them right off. And we grab another triple mushroom, and we just sort of repeat. It's a pretty satisfying strat once you learn it.
And the quit out in this mission is extra. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Okay. I don't know. Okay.
You got this.
He's gonna try to troll us though. I gotta get big again. I'm probably better off resetting.
Yeah, restart.
Yeah, I'm probably better off restarting. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this guy's really tricky. I got a little ambitious. But no matter. Yeah, we just want to give this guy as little opportunity to mess us up as possible.
At world record level, there's some crazy thing you can do with like a mini turbo without even getting the mushrooms. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the quit out's really important because then it'll play the full credits and you'll have to soft reset your console to even continue the run.
Oh, that's a good point.
That is the one quit out you cannot miss.
All right, so welcome to the hidden level 7. There's a story I love to tell about there's a channel, Alpha Red, they play a new game every day, and one day they tried to beat every mission in Mario Kart DS, and not a single person in their entire comment section noticed that they did not do it, and they even submitted it to the leaderboards, and it had to be rejected because they missed level 7.
They just didn't know it existed. Yeah, probably about once a month or so, there'll be somebody who submits an all missions run to speedrun.com that I have to deny because they just didn't know that level 7 existed. I don't know how this isn't.
Is there like a miscellaneous category for just six worlds that's like doesn't care about rankings, or is that not worth the
probably not worth the time to track? Yeah. So this is
the issue is that the game really forces you to be fast. So
yeah,
that's true.
It'd just be like a bad mission mode run.
Okay. We're gonna start that one over again. So this is, I think, my favorite mission in the game. At the start here, Bowser is going to take a trans right, and I'm going to take a trans left to avoid him. And we're just going to say goodbye to him. There's also a third fire bar here for some reason. We don't know why.
You can also run over it with the star, and it makes a death sound, and nothing happens to it. It doesn't go away.
Yeah, mission mode is kind of like a little peek into the development of this game.
We do have to go the slow way around here because the top way is blocked.
Yeah, there's a little do not enter gate at the end of the spinny bridge.
There aren't actually too many like speedrun categories for like a full game in this. Most of the Mario Kart scenes are doing ILs, time trials. So the main two are just 32 tracks of all missions, along with some silly ones. A new one that's been viral in the scene recently is Slow Percent, where you try to do a 32 track run as slow as possible, which is more interesting than you think. It's not just waiting on the pause screen, it's trying to like knock CPUs off in Choco Valley so they respawn endlessly.
I see it. I'm beginning to understand what that entails.
The gear's starting to turn.
That's
Yeah, the
so funny,
the
actually.
slow percent world record is over 45 minutes slower than the normal 32 track world record. Just to give you an idea of how slow we go in that run.
Speaking of gears turning, this mission is just TikTok clock but on 2x speed, so we don't really need to talk about it.
Yeah, this is where I get to talk about everything else mission because this mission really has nothing going on. There's also a crash percent speedrun where your goal is to crash the game as fast as possible in Luigi's Mansion. And it is the most popular category in all of MKDS with over 300 completed runs.
Perfect.
That is true. I believe that,
And the
that
world
YouTuber
record for that is
like
one
a
frame
world
off
record.
TAS.
Yeah. That glitch works because they just forgot to put a sound for what's the move called when you
An A/B spin or like a spin in place.
Yeah, they just forgot to put a sound on that texture. So the game tries to look it up and crashes. It should be mentioned, we are in level 7 now, which means we don't need to get the star rankings anymore because we've unlocked everything. Wow.
But mistakes like that, though, will still require a reset because I won't be able to finish the mission in time if I try to collect all those coins I dropped.
This is a harder mission, and, we might make some mistakes, but it's okay. But no, that was... Oh.
We're going to try that again. This is one of the hardest missions in the game, especially when you're on a very, very good pace and your hands are shaking like crazy. There's not even nerves for this one, and Wario is just being difficult.
Yeah, this is, it's really hard. It's another one of those ones where they expect you to get coins in midair, which you can't steer really while you're in air, so you just have to hope that your angle is good. This is looking like a good run for you.
Alright, I think we're going to try to beat the fire bar. There we go. Easy does it. Alright. And we're done with that one. Alright, so this track, it features a good friend of the Mario Kart DS community, a good friend that we get to see at both the end of 32 tracks and all missions. This is the fish. His name is Bubba. If you have the emote from Abel's chat, make sure to spam it right now. We're going to say hi to Bubba.
Code emojis also welcome. Hi, Bubba.
Hi, Bubba. He's a good guy. We love him.
Get your spam in chat.
Oh, there are many forms of Bubba. I'm learning.
Look at all those Bubbas. Again, the
imagining them
tutorial
red.
mode of Mario Kart DS coming out here. You got to take a shortcut there. Actually going to respawn, but yeah, they show you that shortcut with the mushroom around the corner, and then a wall of fake item boxes. Mission mode is so weird.
It's definitely an overlooked and very goofy mode. You tell the developers had fun with it.
Shame they cut it out of
So,
Wii. Dude, this is one of my favorite missions.
The third time that we're seeing Bowser driving backwards here. We're just gonna go straight through the wall because we don't respect walls here.
Yeah, it's not really an intended strategy. You're just supposed to hop around all the corners, but it is faster to just sort of smash your way through. And I love this mission for that. I kind of wish you had to break more crates to be faster.
Easy. Alright, this is the shortest mission in the game. We're just going to be going through 8 gates here in a circle. And this is surprisingly challenging. I've seen people get stuck on this thing for an hour. But it's just pressing R.
I've had some bad days on this track, let's say.
Alright, and this is the promised revenge that we were going to get in those Goombas earlier. We need to take out 30 of them in 2 minutes.
Dude, this mission really comes up on you. That's like it's been no time at all. And yet we're almost done. That's so sad.
Been flying through the game.
Yeah, so we just try to get ahead of the Goombas. And this is actually going pretty good. There is a... speaking of the ILs, we were talking about earlier, the individual level runs. This one is insane. Some Japanese guy just...
The individual level run is already done.
Yeah. You just learned where all the Goombas are and just perfectly aimed at the very start of the track. At all of them.
Wow.
They just do blind bounce shots. It's insane.
Yeah. but this has gone pretty good for an average run.
For human standards.
We got 3 left, so we can just run into him.
Oh, that guy just...
Oh! He just... What just happened?
He just perished.
Surrendered.
He saw 29 of his brethren die in front of him, and he said, I'm done.
That's never happened before.
This has never happened before.
I really gotta
Alright,
start keeping a whiteboard to count how many times it happens on Hotfix.
So this is our last mission. This is a fun mission, actually. Inside all of the trucks is a mushroom item box just sort of hanging out inside. So you just use the stars to ram into the trucks, you get a mushroom, and then chain it. It's kind of a fun mission. Ostensibly, you're supposed to be racing a Wiggler, but you just sort of overtake him at the start and never see him again. It's pretty
There's a lot of that in this run. Yeah, so time will be when we finish the race, lap 3. We will not be putting out this mission because it is the last one, obviously. And, yeah, I guess we can already start, get an early start on our acknowledgements here. Yeah, so Mario Kart DS, we have a pretty strong community. It's been, going strong for 20 years now. And we have a players page for time trials, as well as a variety of wacky speedruns like this in RTA, all in the Mario Kart DS network Discord. You can check us out. And we also have a couple people who stream this game regularly on Twitch. You can check out as well, like myself. And 3, 2, 1, time.
GG.
Oh boy.
What was that? 45?
I think it might have been just under 45.
Yeah, it looks like a 44.5x. 44.55.
Yes. My goal was sub 45, so just squeaked by.
Perfect.
Nicely done. Yeah, tell the people where they can find you, what you're up to on the internet.
So you can find me at twitch.tv/bigpuddings, because Puddings was taken. Also, just on Discord and MKDS Network, I'm pretty active there. And just on YouTube as Puddings as well. I try to create content for this game, but it comes out maybe like twice a year. But you can see it when it happens.
Yeah, her PB is an offline 4124. Solid run. You can find me at twitch.tv/LexiKick. If you want to, I don't stream too much Mario Kart DS, every now and then. If you want to get involved in the community, MarioKart64.com/MKDS is where you can find the time trials records. You can see them on MKWRs.com as well. And I want to thank GDQ for putting on this event. I came out nearly 7 years ago to the day, 6 years ago, time flies, I don't know, whatever the number is, just a couple months after my first and last GDQ appearance. So first time since then. I'm glad to be here. I'm thankful for everyone for putting this on. And
yeah, this community really helped me as well kind of come out and accept myself. And I wouldn't be anywhere where I am today without the Mario Kart DS community, so I'm really thankful for them.
Congratulations to you both. This was a sick run. I'm so glad we had the opportunity to showcase it. And friends, we are still in the middle of our racing block here on the TDOV celebration. So when we come back from the break, we're going to be swapping mascot characters over to Diddy Kong Racing with some trophy races. You're not going to want to miss that. But stretch, get some water, pet a small animal near you if that is an option you have, and I will see you back here so soon.
All right. Thank you.
thank you all.